Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Geeks Around. I am your executive producer, DeAno Jackson. Joining me is my host, Matt Moore. What's up, Matt?
Not much, just hanging out, having fun.
That's what's up. First off, before we get an introduction to everyone else, I want to apologize to you guys because, as you noticed, last week there apparently wasn't a show. Our video fell into YouTube limbo. It was in a perpetual state of processing, and it just wasn't here. But to sum it up, on an episode that did not have Andrea in it at all, we still somehow managed to talk about it for 20 fucking minutes. I wonder who we have to blame for that. On a totally totally unrelated note, we are going to start introductions with Kim, who I'm sure had nothing to do with the fact that we were talking about Andrea for 20
Remember
minutes.
that. We know, Michael, who did mention her name first.
Mm-hmm.
We sure do.
I'm Kim Beasley from Kansas City, Missouri. Woohoo!
Yeah, we got Kim in the house. Joining us also, Aisha Franklin. Welcome back to the round, Aisha.
Thank you for having me.
Let's see, Michael Banks in the house. And last but not least, the man, Todd Grundle. What's going on, Todd?
If he's not least, who is?
You.
Oh, okay. Figured.
I wonder what we're going to talk about today, or who we're going to talk about.
Yeah, it's like after last week's episode, which is like I already knew would be one of my favorite ones this season. This one wasn't as strong of an episode, but I still enjoyed it. But I know Kim will have to say something about Andrea, so let's just get this shit over with.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything about her this week. I'm going to try not to.
BS.
I'm going to try not to unless Michael brings it up.
You know, bring it up.
Because there's enough stupidity going around all around it where I can talk about other folks being stupid and not even say anything about her.
All right, let's see.
I'll start up. Yeah. When he was in the when Rick was in the building.
Well, actually, first before we even get into that, let's talk about what this episode was mainly about, which was finally 13 episodes into this season, the introduction for Rick to the governor, face to face for the first time. It's like, what did you guys think of that? It's like, I mean, they're sitting down and they're negotiating, if one could call it that.
Wait, was that the episode? I saw the one with the CDC. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you are so wrong. You are so wrong.
Screwed over this week by Fios. Fios DVR'd the last 30 minutes of the episode, and we popped it on, and I'm watching it, and we're like, what the hell's going on? Did they just, like, did they skip ahead? I was afraid to go on the internet and look for spoilers, to see maybe I missed something. And then 30 minutes later, the episode ends, and I realize, there's a problem. So I watched the beginning after, so it wasn't as impactful.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be.
Well, not impactful, totally.
Yeah, but it's like, we still did get to see some pretty cool moments, though. It's like, I mean, one of the things I liked was that although there's this, obviously this huge animosity between Rick and the governor, you could see it's like lower down in the ranks. You could see it's like, I mean, if the thing between Rick and the governor wasn't an issue, there would be a chance for some sort of peace here, because you saw Rick's right-hand man and the governor's right-hand man, being able to kick it and, have this understanding that, hey, they knew that this whole thing was a waste of time. Eventually they'd be going at it, but for now they have that moment of peace. And I do admit it was pretty cool watching them trying to one-up one another with the zombie kills. It's like, man, you thought that was a zombie kill? It's like, no, this is a zombie kill.
The guy won. I'm sorry. He won. That to the wall with the zombie's head, that was the winning blow. He beat Daryl.
Dude,
Daryl did 3 to his 2.
Yeah, Daryl threw a knife from like freaking 15 feet away.
In between stuff.
Exactly. Got a walker in the head. Like,
wait. He got 2 with 1 arrow. 2 with 1 arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but only one of them died.
No, both of them died. He got him with the arrow in the neck, and then he shot.
No, Kim. The second one did not die. That was the one that required the knife throw.
That's what I'm saying. He got him in the neck, and then he threw the knife.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so he
not
got
2 with 1 arrow.
He hit 2.
He got one and wounded the other one, if you can call it a wound, given it was a blow that didn't do anything.
Yeah, but Daryl is bad. You know, just because Doom-Man can sling the bat and knock somebody's head in, don't mean, you know, he bad, like Daryl.
With style. He did it with style.
And the woman who shall not be named, she got one too.
Yeah, but she doesn't count. She was just there. It's like one of the funniest moments in the entire episode for me is when the meeting was happening, when the meeting was first going on, but it's like, I mean, both the governor and Rick came to an agreement, told Andrea to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she got there late, so they started meeting without her.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's like, I'm here to talk to him. Could you please take your bullshit on somewhere? Let's try that plan.
the entire episode, I was waiting for the governor to reach for the gun, only to find that Rick had already found it and taken the bullets out.
Okay, I missed that.
I was hoping that would happen.
Yeah, that's smart.
I missed it.
No, that didn't happen, Kim. That was an I wish type of scenario.
Oh, see, don't be doing no I wish without explaining it's an I wish.
Well, he did.
I said I wish.
He very specifically said the words I wish, so...
I thought he was...
That's why I know that.
Because the entire episode, I was expecting it to happen. The governor just being like, you know what, click, click, click. Oh,
Rick's not that smart.
I don't know. He was a little smarter this episode than I think his IQ points went up a couple points this episode because he knew that the governor was trying to run him, was trying to trick him. He knew that even if he gave up Michonne, he was still going to be attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a little smarter than I remember Rick being. Not that Rick's dumb, just a little smarter than he normally is.
Yeah, just...
You just seem less crazy, right?
Yeah,
less.
It's like, I mean, the sanity is starting to come back to Rick, and he's starting to be the Rick that we remember, that take charge guy, that you know, takes care of business. He's starting to become the Rick that he was when they made him their leader.
Mm-hmm.
So he's becoming that again, which is awesome to see. Speaking of things that are awesome to see, very happy to see Glenn and Maggie reconcile with authority. Gotta love that dirty prison floor sex.
I myself am not a fan of zombie apocalypse sex, but that's just me.
Hey, dude, sex is sex. You getting some?
You can't repopulate the Earth in a zombie apocalypse without zombie apocalypse sex.
Yeah.
What is it, Aisha?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything. I'm letting the guys take care of that one.
I think it was to me it was just a little bit too much. Okay, you put your hand here. I put my hand there.
They're on watch.
Huh?
They're on watch. I'm like, not why
I know watching. They on watch.
They watching.
They were watching something.
It cracked me up when Glenn had his one eye open when he was kissing her. Not here, not here.
Well, no, he was trying to be on watch. he was struggling. I was like, I'm kind of watching, but
he knew what she came there for.
I'm about to get laid, but I'm kind of watching. Oh, you know what? Fuck it, let's go.
Well, it's possible he didn't expect it to last very long. That might be it. He could have been like, you know what? Yeah, I can take 2 minutes out of my day.
Doing it.
Yeah, I guess we were gonna go there no matter what. But something else, like speaking of Glenn, and I like that Glenn is starting to assert his authority more.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I wanted to stand up and cheer. It's like when Murrow was talking, it's like, no, we need to go get the governor now, and blah blah blah. Glenn says, "This is my decision, and that's final." As far as Glenn's concerned, conversation was over. It's like, why are we still talking about this? I love seeing that evolution of his character.
Well, that's just it. Is he's never really asserted himself before, and it's not a case of he has a lot of authority. It's a case of I don't know. Like I consider Herschel higher up on the ranks than he is, which makes him literally the low man on the totem pole. But he's still higher than Merle.
Everybody higher than
Merle he's sub-basement.
Yeah, Michonne is higher than Merle. She just got there.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Herschel actually did something other than hop around. That's what I was glad to see. He was actually doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone had to tell me that he actually had guns attached to his stump. I didn't notice.
Yeah,
it.
he showed that.
I didn't notice it the first time.
Yeah, it's like when he was in the car. When he was in the car still, he was double checking it, which is another reason why he wouldn't show what's his name,
Milton.
Yeah, Milton. I'm like, I'm not sure. I like that line now. You at least have to buy me a drink first. Which, okay, even if the gun wasn't there, fair enough.
See, that's just it. Is I don't see why it would have been a bad thing for him to have shown the stump. Yeah, he would have shown that he's armed, but he was armed. He had a freaking what was that? An AR-15?
Card. You don't reveal your cards. You got to keep the card.
Mm-hmm.
I need them.
And it was kind of stupid of him to even ask him to show the stump. Okay, a stump is a stump. Just because he got bitten by a zombie and they cut it off to stop the disease from spreading doesn't mean that it's a scientific discovery. Really?
You don't need to see the stump to see where. You don't need to actually see it to see where it's cut off. You can see that right through the pants.
Yeah, but you do need to see it in order to see if there's like any other signs of like the possible infection, if they really did cut it off or if they just slowed it or whatever. There's lots of scientific reasons behind that, and you guys have to remember that he was trying to prove something, as far as being a walker was concerned, to see if maybe there was a cure or maybe that there's some sort of retention. So seeing something like that would have tremendous scientific interest for them.
I like how he's recording everything. That made me like his character. How he's writing every incident down now for the future.
Anybody got time for that?
Whoa!
I sure they got no time for that.
You just flashed me back to a YouTube video.
Me too.
But yeah, he was even writing down when Andrea was talking privately with what's his face.
So you're about to say getting kicked out. What's
Yeah, 11-14. Andrea was stupid again. Shock.
Y'all stop it! I told you I'm trying not to talk about her.
Come on, Kim. I'm trying to go down. Come on, you want to.
No, I'm not. I said I wasn't.
We're gonna do it for you.
Y'all pushing the wrong buttons. Now stop it.
She was pushing the wrong button. That's why she got kicked out.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. The rest of us will talk about how she was stupid, and we'll mute Kim while we're doing it.
You know what? Don't make me say something to you on air. I think
I love you, Kim, and you know it.
Yeah, right. Anyway, much love coming right back at you. I think that looking at the dynamics of the group, who was it that came out and shot the gun up in the air to calm us down?
Which I jumped up and I was so happy.
It was when Glenn and
Merle was rolling on the floor.
Merle were fighting.
Yeah, that was Beth that came in with the gun.
I cracked up when that happened. I was like the most non-violent, awesome. None wanting to kill somebody. They have her pick up the gun and shoot it in the air to stop them from fighting.
That's her
really,
shot, right? Her first shot in the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
First anything in the whole series.
I was like, really? I would have thought they would have had Michonne going over and doing something with, the blade or something.
Yeah, I figured Michonne would have just killed him. Just our general principle.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, but it is nice to see Beth doing something than standing around and singing.
Or holding the baby.
Getting hit on by Carl.
Yeah. or that, yeah. So it's like, at least we're seeing some other different roles and whatnot.
Okay, I did watch that show. We will not talk of, or we would not mention their name. And Maggie was on the show. And she gave me some insight that I hadn't even thought about for characters. And I'm not going to give any spoilers in case you plan on watching it. But one of the things that I think...
The spoilers for things that have already passed is kind of what we do here on Geeks It Around, so go for it.
Well, I don't know if...
Kim, say it.
Well, basically, she was given more background into the characters and how they created different scenes. And I think one of the things that they were trying to get her to say was that, you know, they were talking about them having sex and possibly a baby happening, and they were trying to get her to say something along that line. I'm thinking that because she didn't really say either way, that might be a possibility. And no, this is not one of my crazy predictions, but I think that may be a possibility because they're doing everything to make it happen. And I don't see her taking any birth control pills unless I'm missing something. And I don't see him trying to find any condoms or anything unless I'm missing something.
Well, it's possible that just gets shuffled off with, well, where do they go to the bathroom? I mean, they don't talk about that kind of stuff in this or any show for the most part. So it might just be shuffled under that it's not really important type of things.
Not yet.
And you know, that when you said when they go to the bathroom, put into that area, Robert Kirkman actually made a funny joke regarding that, about when people go to the bathroom, how they don't show that. They said from the comic, Abraham, who's not in the show yet, but comic readers know, he said, I assure you, Abraham poops a lot, but you don't see it at all.
Okay.
That's it. He's a big guy.
And knowing is half the battle.
And I just double-checked to make sure, because I wasn't sure. The girl who plays Beth is 27 years old, playing like, what is she, 14, 15 in the show? 17 at the most?
Yeah, 16 is, yeah, somewhere around that.
She was 16 when the show started, so she should be about 17 now.
It's just weird to have little Carl hitting on her when you realize that she's really 27.
Yeah, I'm sure he's an older woman.
Yeah, Carl's like 35 though in real life.
Well, when you really look at Hollywood and all that, they normally have older people in their 20s playing teenagers because they look young enough to play them.
True.
So I don't see that. I don't see it far-fetched because that's been happening for years. And another thing, they can get around the issue of age problems because at certain ages you can't kiss until you're, I think, 16 on camera and 18, 16, or 21 somewhere in there. So they get past all that by going ahead and letting people be adults and play teenagers.
Yeah, you also can't film at night and a whole bunch of other SAG rules.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, then. All right. Come on, Kim. Go ahead. Talk about Andrea. It's a conversation we have to have.
So,
y'all just love hearing me say how stupid she is.
Andrea was an idiot for wanting to set this up and make herself this great mediator when they just saw her and they're like, you know what, get the fuck out.
Okay, she was stupid from the point where she didn't kill him. She's not going to stop being stupid.
Yeah, but that was 2 episodes ago.
I understand. I'm bringing us forward.
Okay.
She was stupid from that point. She was stupid last week, even though she wasn't in the show. Because of her stupidity of not killing him, they still have to come back, in this show and try to deal with her stupidity of setting up a stupid meeting. Come on, really? Like, those two are going to come to an agreement not to and actually not cross a line? Okay, they need to give this woman some smarts sometime soon to let her realize your stupidity is so stupid that you're causing more issues than you think you're solving.
I am going to absolutely, completely completely and totally disagree with everything you just said.
Did you say our stupidity was stupid?
Yes.
I was making sure I heard that right.
Yes, her stupidity is stupid.
Yeah, but
I'll give her one thing, though. Wait, DeAno. I'll give her one thing. At least she finally admit what happened to Maggie. Because she could have just ignored that.
She knew something happened to her.
The wool is coming off of her eyes, but it's like, I don't think it's like, I mean, y'all are always dumping on Andrea. Andrea's dumb for this, dumb for this, dumb for this, dumb for that. Oh, she didn't kill the governor. She didn't commit cold-blooded murder. What kind of moron doesn't commit cold-blooded murder off of something that someone says? I mean, come on. It's like I wouldn't do that. But here's the thing. It's like, Andrea is trying in her own way to save as many lives as she can. That's what she is trying to do. It's like, I mean, let's keep in mind, it's like there's a bunch of things that she doesn't know that we know. She doesn't know that they went to the prison and started shooting. It's like, well, she knows it now because, like, you know, she was told, but she didn't know that before. She's trying to bring this together because her responsibility right now is to the people of Woodbury. That's who she feels accountability to. That's why she went back at the end of this episode, even though it's like that she had a chance, you know, because Herschel was telling her that she had a chance to come back to the prison with them. She has a responsibility to those people that are in Woodbury. She is trying everything that she knows how to do in order to try to have some sort of peace to save as many lives as possible. Because if this thing goes to a war, and that is the direction that we're going, and even she is going to realize that, it's like, I don't think she's going to, like, keep going with it beyond the point where it's like it becomes very clear that she can't do this, but she is trying. And I don't think that trying to do the right thing and trying to save lives is stupid. I refuse to make that to make that equation. She's doing what she thinks is right.
Yeah, but that would be like me going to Iraq and trying to negotiate peace there. I am completely and totally underqualified.
Okay, but to be fair, it's like that's not a good example because you don't know anyone in Iraq. Andrea knows the governor and she knows Rick.
She thinks she knows the governor.
Huh?
She doesn't really know him.
Yeah, she doesn't really know him, but it's like these are two people that she is involved with, that she at least has communication with. She is trying the best she can to broker a peace. That was the whole reason she went to the prison in the first place, because that's what she is trying to do. I understand what she's trying to do.
It's not that I don't understand it. It's not that I don't understand. I understand what she's trying to do, and I applaud the fact that there is a desire to create peace. It's just that she keeps doing all the stupid things to negate what she really wants to happen. Bringing them together just made it worse.
The better
keeping them apart, they were apart, but they weren't planning, and they were planning and plotting, but now they have assurance of going to war right now, like immediately. I don't think she helped any with what she just did, bringing them together.
Actually, I think it did. It's like I think it helped in the way that Rick is like, I mean, was before. It's like, I mean, let's put in perspective. It's like, I mean, what these people knew about each other previously. Rick, all he knew about the governor was all of these terrible things that he's heard from other sources. You know, what he's done and whatnot. And on the governor's end, the only thing he knows about Rick is that, you know, he's his guy, he's his leader. He cleared out the prison that we thought couldn't be done and whatnot. All of they had from up until this episode were stories about one another. Now they know. And that knowledge is power. So it's like, I mean, what Andrea did is like, she was trying to do the right thing, and I think that what she did serve her purpose. And also, you have these other characters that were able to meet kind of just on their own. Like, you know, you had Daryl and the governor's right hand man, and then damn, what the hell was that other dude's name that was talking to Herschel again? Y'all told me and I forgot.
Milton.
You had Milton and Herschel talking and be able to have these conversations. So it's like, I mean, it was kind of a behind enemy lines, a peace summit. Even if the thing with the governor and Rick didn't work out, that other part did. So it's like, I think at the end of the day, it's like that those connections even minor, are going to impact the final outcome of this thing. So what Andrea did was good. Even if it didn't work exactly the way she wanted it to.
Stupid.
I'm looking for the name of the governor's right-hand man, so we can start calling him by his name.
Well, yeah, that would help. It's like, I mean, the reason I don't know his name is because up until now, it's like we haven't really seen much character development for him. He's just been kind of around and glaring and yelling at everyone. This is the first time that we've really had to see him started to see who he is as a person.
They probably just moved up in the ranks because Merle's just gone, you know. Merle was the right-hand man, right?
Philip Blake. Is that his name, Philip? No, that's the governor's name.
I think it's Caesar.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
He changed his last name. Do you think that's a deception on his part when he said his name was Bullock, his last name? Is he like, or do you think that is this show's actual origin of him?
Probably the show's actual origin of him was like, I don't seeing his actual name playing much part in how this whole thing is going to fall out. He could have told Rick his name is Big Bird for all the difference it makes.
Well, I just wonder
Caesar
if
Martinez.
it's true or not, you know, like, because it does make a difference in how you see the character. Where he comes from.
This I can guarantee this won't play into the show because it doesn't even play into the comics. But supposedly the character's gay.
Caesar? I can see that. That's what I was assuming.
What made you think that?
I don't know. It was sometime a while back that I kind of came to that conclusion. Oh, I don't even remember when.
Yeah, but based off of all the times where Caesar was standing there not doing anything, Kim knew he was gay.
No, I think it was something about
the
conversation.
Like that. It's like, I mean, you didn't realize until today that the actress that plays Maggie is from the UK.
You know what? That's outside of the show. I'm talking about inside of the show. I assumed something was like that back when Stupid came in to Woodbury. When she was in that room having a talk with him when that old man was dying.
So he was just standing there looking gay.
No.
He didn't do anything then. So what are you basing this on?
Who is Caesar?
I'm trying to relate to you here, Kim.
No, you're not.
Well, that and I'm trying to make fun of you. So
thank you. That's the key. You are trying to make fun of me. You're not trying to relate. So that's why all of that.
Okay, all right, fine. I will try to relate. What about? Give me.
I'm letting that topic go.
Fair enough.
If you look at him in real life, the actor who plays him has that vibe. I'll just say. So maybe Kim saw a picture of him in real life.
Nope.
Now I'm
trying to help you here, Kim.
Oh, you don't have to help me on that. You know you never have to help me.
Okay. Who
is Caesar?
Caesar is the second in charge to the governor. He's the one that's taking all the notes.
No, that's Milton. Caesar is the Mexican guy.
Yeah, that's the Mexican dude that Daryl was talking to.
Oh, that's the dude with the bat.
So Caesar.
Oh no! I wasn't talking about him. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the other guy.
So now you understand my confusion, Kim.
Oh,
because,
Milton.
like, you were talking about Caesar.
No. I was like, Caesar? That's his name? Oh, okay, I'll go with it. No, the assistant to the governor is the one I was talking about.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. Okay, that I would understand.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so okay, yeah, I see.
So how did Caesar come up when we were trying to find the assistant to the governor?
No, it was like we were talking about his right-hand man, his enforcer, the dude that was talking about Daryl. Okay. That's who we were talking about.
You're talking about the enforcer.
The guy who replaced Merle.
Yeah, that's who we were talking about, not Milton. So it's like, there was just a disconnect.
We are on the same page now.
Yeah. Okay. See, this is why I'm really gonna give Kim
the Talking Dead. We are not.
All right, so it's like having finally settled that particular issue, and you guys watching, just let us know in the comments what you think of that one. Milton, gay or not gay? Hey, go wild. But what else is there to happen? Is like, I mean, I think we kind of covered everything. Is there something that I'm missing?
Yeah, Rick's incisive decision about giving up Michonne.
Well, it wasn't decisive. It just looked decisive. He wasn't going to do it.
Well, at the end, he said that he wanted Marshall to talk him out of it. So obviously he can't see the bad point of it, although he knows it's a bad idea. He's still highly considering it.
Well, because he knows it's a possibility of his son, Herschel's daughters, all these people dying. So, but yet he knows he can't do it. He has to fight for her, and so that's why he's saying, you know, I kind of want you to talk me out of it because I can't.
I think he's also thinking again of what Carl told him. Where he, Carl says she's one of us.
Well, yeah.
So he's not only taking into account that she's one of us, he's taking into account that even if he gives her up, the governor's not going to stop. I was so happy to hear him rile the gang up against the governor when he came back. Because if he had started talking that nonsense about giving her up to the group.
Well, actually, it's like, I mean, no, it's like the way that I took that is that he said that to them because he needed them to be scared enough to make the giving up of Michonne an option, something that he could put past them. It's like, I do think that he's considering it, that he is honestly considering it.
Yeah, he's considering it, but I don't think he's gonna do it. Because if it is done, it's done as a trap for the governor.
Oh yeah, it's like, I mean, on the governor's side, we know that's a trap. We know he'll kill them all. But if Rick thinks that this could be a chance for peace between them, which he does, he seems to be considering it. Do you think he'll do it?
Okay, I'll say he'll start drinking the same Kool-Aid Andrea's drinking. That's what I'll say. Oh, if he gives her up, that would be the stupidest move.
I think he will.
I don't think he'll give up Michonne. If he was going to give up Michonne, he would not have told Herschel. I think he would have gone to Daryl and gone, Daryl, what would you do?
I honestly
because Daryl is more likely to go, okay, we have to give her up.
I know Merle's going to say you got to give her up.
Yeah,
yeah, Merle say that, but his opinion don't mean shit.
She got to go.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not even sure if Daryl would say that.
Huh?
Daryl has honor, and I don't think he'd do that.
Well, Herschel is the Dale of the group now. He really is.
Yeah.
And he's the conscience of the group as a result.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why he went to Herschel, is because of the fact that I don't think he wants to do it.
Oh yeah, I don't think he wants to, but if he's put between a rock and a hard place, if he's balancing out, if he's in his own mind balancing out Michonne's life versus, you know, his son's life, his daughter's life, you know, Herschel's life, his children's lives. If that's the equation that's in his head, huh?
Then Michonne's life is intertwined with all of their lives, because without her, they're not going to make it. And I think he sees that 100% at this point. I really think that was a final moment. I don't think there's going to be any more debate on that.
Yeah, I agree with you, but still, it's like, I mean, Rick has a hell of a decision to make, and this one could go either way.
See, if the prison survivors were actually the A-team, they could take out all of Woodbury.
Yeah, all they need is a van. And I guess Michonne could shave her head into a mohawk kind of thing. And,
exactly.
Mrs. T.
The governor did.
I mean, could you imagine what the A-team could do with the whole prison?
Yeah, really.
The governor did give that up, though, at the end, you know, about the slaughter part. He says he's avoiding a slaughter, and then Milton says, well, this is a slaughter, and he goes, not on our part, which is him saying, you know, they're gonna destroy us.
No, he was saying the opposite.
No, he said they're going to kill them at the gate to avoid a slaughter. And then Milton said, that is a slaughter. And he says, but not on our hands. That's him saying that the prisoners, that the prison camp would slaughter them.
I think that was more simply devaluing the lives of those at the prison and saying it's like, well, yeah, not a slaughter as far as I'm concerned because they're dying. It's like, yeah, I don't think he's particularly worried about a war situation.
He wasn't talking about attacking at the prison. He was talking about attacking at the feed store where they had met earlier. That particular conversation was send these people out to the feed store and wait for Michonne and them to show up and kill them all. But that'll be a slaughter. Yeah, but it won't be a slaughter on our part because it's a trap.
If they would come to Woodbury, they would slaughter them.
No, they were talking about the feed store. They specifically were talking about the feed store.
Todd, I see what you're saying, Todd. I'm disagreeing with you, mainly because I don't think the governor views them as a threat. That's not the way he sees them. He is entirely too arrogant, entirely too power hungry. He does not see them as a valid threat at all. The idea of them winning a war against him is not a thought that's even entered his mind.
He knows he can take the jail like that, just by numbers, period.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you saw from like his attack 2 episodes ago. He didn't care. It's like he was just shooting at whatever just to prove a point. It's like, I mean, he does not see them as a threat. It's like, I mean, bullets were going off around him, and he would just look at it and like, oh well, brrr. He didn't care. He does not see them as a threat. So it's like, I mean, the idea of the prison group slaughtering anyone at Woodbury hasn't even entered his mind. That was simply a statement showing the fact that he does not value the lives of anyone except his people.
Correct.
If that.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, even that's actually saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't value his own people either. I think that's what the bullets shooting at his feet was about, is that he doesn't care about anything. He's a sociopath.
So that's really what sociopaths are about. They don't care about anything but what works for them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, while I'm being disagreed with, I've passed so many opportunities for this so far, but am I the only one, once again, who's noticed? Michonne warmed so much when Merle made that little comment with her, a little sexy comment he made at her, and she just she melted for a split second, and then she realized who she was talking to. Am I the only one?
I did not see it, but I don't.
I saw it.
Didn't see it.
Watch back.
I saw it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, Kim, you normally see these weird things I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
She didn't growl at him. She actually engaged in a conversation with him.
Right.
She literally, you watched her face melt, and then a smile came up, and then she's like, "Oh shit, that's Merle." Going back up.
Wait a second. During what comment?
When he was. Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember exactly what it was. Maybe you do.
When he was packing up to take off, he was asking her, "Do you agree? You agree, right? You understand what I'm saying?" And she kind of melted for a little bit, and then she went, "Oh." You know, she came out of it like, "Oh yeah, this is Merle I'm talking to."
With her during it.
Yeah.
He made a little allusion to some sort of hooking up in a way with her.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that at all.
Because I thought that was kind of strange.
Okay, so, one of our viewers, Antonio, is backing y'all up. He says he noticed that too.
Thank you, Antonio.
I think y'all are crazy, but okay.
Booyah. See, that's 3 of us that agree, and it had to happen. When
that's 3 of y'all are wrong.
Out of 7.
It's like, I was like, let's just get a total poll on this. Aisha, is this something that you saw, like some sort of chance, like a flirty kind of thing between the 2 of them? Did you see that?
Somewhat, yeah.
I'm a no.
Okay.
I'm a no.
I'm a no, but I don't doubt it.
Our no's are technically outnumbered here, people. It's like we have Aisha, Kim, and Todd, and Antonio. That's 4 to our 3. But I'm the executive producer of the show. I count as 3.
That's
the
not
host.
fair.
He counts as 2.
That is not fair.
So
you know what? Y'all are full of it.
No. It's like
I need a pair of glasses or some contacts. If you didn't see that.
It's all good.
That's one thing.
I will be the mind. I'm perfectly happy being on, just the three of us against the four of y'all on being right about this. I'm cool.
Wrong.
How many people are right?
See, that's right. You have a hard time saying you're wrong.
No, when I'm wrong, I'm perfectly comfortable saying I'm wrong. I'm wrong lots of times. And when I'm wrong, I've done it right here on this very show. I've admitted to being completely wrong about something.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like let's go ahead and build this out for a second. It's like if there was some sort of like sexual tension or something like that between from Michonne to Merle, and I'm not counting the other way around because Merle's Merle, but from Michonne to Merle, do y'all think it would actually manifest into something further in the 3 episodes that we have left?
No.
Of this season?
No, not in the 3 decades.
No.
I mean,
No. Matt, you don't count because we already think this is bullshit. We're correct to think that because it is bullshit.
It's the only way the show can make Merle be a character that we can accept ever.
Yeah.
Really.
I still want to accept it. I don't care. They can get married. I love Merle's running around. I don't care. Still ain't
said, little Merle's rolling around. You don't care.
I just think that in spite how she does not like him, she does have somewhat of a tiny little respect for his perspective of things. That's all.
This is between the two of them. I think they have more respect for each other than we realize, and that they're letting on. Because as long as they are bumping heads, that means they're not going to get together.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually really ripe for story there because they are really kind of the same person on two exact opposite ends of the spectrum, and they're really alike but so different. I mean, there's a lot of story there. That could work.
The only time or situation I can actually see bonding between them is freaking when they fight in the governor.
Okay.
If I'm still keeping my freaking original idea from episode 1 of this season. Merle gonna screw that freaking Joe. He gonna.
I remember you saying that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Probably right.
Yeah, I was like,
why would he screw them over?
He almost did. If he would have left and would have go shop everything, he would have screwed him over right there.
Why would he?
Why wouldn't he?
No. Why would he?
I'm still also keeping the same thing where him and Rick ain't over. He took a hand. His hand gone. Him and Rick, they're going to fight and duke it out some kind of way. He ain't forgot
Merle
about it.
got something against all of them.
My point is, that's another reason he's going to screw him over.
Okay, you keep saying he gonna screw him over, but for what reason is what I want to know.
Revenge, payback. They left him there.
Yeah, he's Merle. He doesn't need like actual logical reasons. Revenge is pretty good enough of a reason for Merle.
Yeah, but we already discussed this. We already discussed this. He has more vengeance towards the governor than he ever would anyone else.
And that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Listen, that hand. You gonna never write again. Don't forget that hand. I'm telling you.
His love life has turned left-handed.
Oh, good God.
It's going downhill.
Yeah, it's still very much a possibility at this point for him to turn. It's like it's like that one is like I can't even call it. It's like that's still very much a
I'm
possibility.
gonna run around the hangout. I'm telling you, I'm gonna run around the hangout when he freaking betrays the jail over watch.
I told you. I know what is it he says.
I'm gonna wake up my neighbors and yell. I told him. I tried to tell him. They didn't listen. Tell him it's gonna be a block. I'm gonna rake up the whole block.
I believe you. All right. Do we have anything else that we haven't brought up yet?
Wild predictions.
Oh yeah. Wild speculation time. Anyone got anything?
You know I always do. Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say that they totally do go 18. That's my prediction. Is that they dig trenches and the whole freaking 9 yards and barricade the prison, and that's how half of them survive. Bags. What's that?
And they make a big winged suit out of garbage bags.
No big winged suits out of garbage bags.
For those who don't know, that's an A-Team episode when they were in a prison.
Oh, okay.
And I was screaming, garbage bags! And they kept bringing him garbage bags, and then he made a big wingsuit and flew out of the prison.
Yeah, sounds like something that would happen on the A-Team. Any other wild speculations?
I got a prediction. It's not too wild, but I mean, this is just my vision, how I see things going out. One, somebody important gonna die before the end. The next episode is gonna be slow, because they're gonna freaking draw that for the actual battle be the last 2 or 1 episode. I don't know where, what's his name, Tyrese, if they even come back in the thing on this.
They do. They do.
I'm talking about in this season.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. They do.
They showed them on next week's.
I'm sure they'll be part of the fight.
I don't watch the little trailer thing. I cut it off for that time.
I'm just saying they do.
I'm talking about in a dramatic way.
I'm saying they do.
Okay, well, let him finish his wild speculation. You had yours.
I know they still know the way into jail, and the government might play that card, during wartime. But I just see the next episode being slow. It's gonna be drawn out, and somebody gonna die important at the end. A main character die.
If I can just say real quick, I think this was the last slow episode of the season. That's just my theory.
I think the next one will be
so.
I'm with Matt there. It's like I think we're done with slow episodes. It's like this war is gonna. I think this war is gonna start ramping up on next week's episode, and is going to just keep going until this thing is over.
There's 3 episodes, but how many weeks are left? 3 weeks or 2 weeks?
3.
3. Okay.
I think the last 2 gonna be action ones. I think we got 1 more slow.
Okay, so my wild prediction.
Oh Lord.
My wild predictions are not always wild. They are sensible,
Okay.
Mr. Michael.
Okay, we'll see.
Give me a chance, dang it.
I'm listening.
What's her name? Beth? Is it Beth?
Yes, Beth.
Beth is going to go commando on us.
She's going to go without underwear?
Oh, no, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. She going to gun up or whatever. I don't know what the saying is. She going to gun up.
She's going to turn into G.I. Jane?
Yeah, she's going to turn into G.I. Jane.
Okay.
Because she hasn't done really any killing. Somebody close to her is going to either get hurt or killed, and girlfriend going to just lose it. All that sweet, nice, like the baby get killed or something. Girl going to go, what? Y'all ain't seen crazy. She going to go crazy, killing folks. That's going to happen, Michael. Don't be looking at me like that.
No, the governor going to take the baby and ransom her hostage for Michonne, or he gonna get somebody else important and get Michonne straight. Watch.
Remember, he was talking about. He said he was having a conversation. I can't quite remember it.
About baby and how not his and everything. How you still having? Yeah. It's gonna come back. He's talking about that baby.
Because Dude Man done set up a room. Oh, is that in the preview? Was that in the preview?
I don't remember. I ain't watching.
Set up a room. What do you mean room?
Was the room in the preview?
What room? There's a lot of rooms.
The one that stupid and the one that stupid and Milton were talking about. Okay, never mind.
Any other wild speculation?
I know I already had mine, but I've got to say that I think just the opposite. I think Beth is going to be gone. I think Beth is gone, and possibly the baby.
Both of them dead, you think?
I think so, yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think Beth is going to die, and I think Judith is going to die. If it doesn't happen next week, it'll happen soon.
Everybody thinks that they're going to die. The weak links.
Yep.
My wild speculation is exactly into that, exact opposite of that. I think both of them are going to be kidnapped by the governor at the end of this episode, at the end of the season, and Andrea is either going to be killed or horribly disfigured at the end of the season.
Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be that excited?
Invited to prison. And Tyrese is going to save the day, you know.
Tyrese going to save the day.
Yeah.
Can someone tell me why the heck she got in the governor's truck?
Who?
Andrea.
Stupid. Notice, stupid is in her name now. Stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, other than the usual Andrea stupid thing, I believe she did it because she has a responsibility to the people of Woodbury and she's trying to keep them safe.
Yeah. This responsibility
And
Woodbury
also,
gonna get her
it's like,
killed.
And also, it's like, can we all agree that Andrea is actually more useful there? Because if the governor actually does need to be killed, it would be nice to have someone there that he trusts in order to actually do it.
Why can't you call it like it is? She only in Woodbury because it's a bed there. She don't want to go sleep in jail. She ready to sleep in jail.
Thank you.
Why don't you call it like it is? You trying to get all this credit.
Andrea is not all. No, I don't think. Yeah.
I think Andrea's doing a better job than y'all give it credit for, but does anyone else have anything for this episode?
She's doing a better job than Dennis Rodman.
What?
Wow.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for this episode of Geeks at Around. Assuming this whole thing actually does get processed and whatnot. But at any rate, we will be back here right back at it next week for episode 314. Should be fun. My name is DeAno Jackson, executive producer of Geeks at Around. You guys can check us out at geeksataround.com. Go ahead and join our community. You can find the link on our About page on our Google Plus account. And we will see you next week.